Strap-on 250 muscle welder. Oh yeah. Tubulators, what is going on? It's been like 2 months, a month, 6 weeks. It's been a while. Sorry, but stuff is going on. Told you guys I was gonna have a special coming up, and this has been it's been a lot going on. You can see the scenery is different. There's room. Look at all this room. Look at all of this room. This is only the front. It's crazy. So what's happening? Well, since last time we talked, or I've been on, or we've done stuff, I got a shop. Yeah, it's a shop, and it has been, oh my gosh, paperwork and stuff going on, and just non-stop things. But we're doing business. Yep. You can see Firebird up there getting an LS and stuff in it, and there's just stuff back here, and there's just been stuff going through, and I haven't had time to make a video even of the shop because I've been busy with a lot of things, a lot of paperwork, a lot of loopholes, a lot of things going through, and just it's been a lot. But welcome back, and let's have a little tour here of the shop, what's going on, and then we'll get on to some kind of project. There's a bunch of things, but I got one in particular that I got to get done and get done and stuff. So come on, let's have a look-see at the shop. What's going on? So this is, well, I've been using this as oil change bay. Oil change, quick fixes and whatnot, inspections, everything. Got a bunch of stuff over here, a bunch of oils, drums, bulk tanks, filters, whatnot, things everywhere, air exchange fans for the shop. Pretty yeah, it's a lot. I felt over my head for the first couple of weeks, and then now just finally, like 2.5 months in now, I'm just starting to like get a hang of what's going on around here. This is like wash bay. We got a couple of drains. Pull a vehicle in right here, let it drip. We can wash detail cars in this area. A lot of room. Nice overhead doors. Over here we've got project bay. So this is the bay that would pull in project cars, vehicles, trucks, whatever, that are gonna take extra long time. This Firebird is actually here when I got in here. He's got an LS, brand new LS transmitter, brand new LS something, I don't know, 6.0 or something in here, 5.3, not real sure, but did a bunch of wiring on this car. Just fired it up for the very first time 2 days ago. I got a couple of little things to get done on here, and then this one is going to be leaving, and another one is coming this weekend. So yeah, nice big, lot of room. This is more room in just this one bay than I had in my other shop, which I still have my other shop at home. But yeah, so that is awesome. Well, I can lift cars all the way up in here too. Like, ceiling is high enough for stuff. Alignment rack, super nice alignment rack. Jim Beam V3300 alignment rack. This is, oh my gosh, it is so amazing, simple, easy to use. I love this thing, and the heads aren't expensive. Like, you remember old time alignment heads, you'd drop one of these on the ground and oh my gosh, thousands of dollars. Now these, well, you break a little plate and you get another plate for $100. Throw it on there, super nice. Doesn't have the posts. It's an in-floor, or not an in-floor, it's a scissor lift deal. Super nice. You don't have these poles in the way all the time when you're trying to work on vehicles. It's got air jack front and rear for the axles. That is super nice. Love this thing. A lot of room. It actually takes me quite a while to walk across this shop. Back here in the rear section, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lifts back here, bays. Got a 78 in this bay. We're doing a big block 460 in here. Super nice 78 Ford truck. The motor's over in another garage here. We got to bring it over and actually get it set in here and done. This is no, not by this weekend, this next week. Get that motor set in. It's supposed to have about 800 horse. Yeah, she's gonna be a spicy one. Here again, super tall ceilings, really nice, all well insulated. Super nice LED lighting throughout this whole shop. It's not lit up right now. Second bay here, we got a Corvette. It's getting transmission gone through, torque tube rebuilt, clutch stuff, lit, everything. This is a big job. Well, I guess not a huge job, but this also was here when I came in, and we're finishing it up for the guy. It's winter time, so he's not too excited to get it back. We'll get that done before spring here. Now one of the workers for the previous shop owner brought this in. He was doing some work on it. Had problems with hydraulics going up and down, whatnot. Turn some lights in. And we got, this bay. This is one of the workers' bays. His boxes are over there. And then another kind of longer term bay. I use this with her like transmissions, engines, stuff that takes a few days. We use in this bay here. Again, super nice tall ceilings, nice walls. This is an awesome shop. I wish that door was a little bit taller. Maybe someday we'll get after that. But yeah, all these lifts are all brand new Challenger lifts. I don't even know if I think they're 5 years old, if that. So we got 4 lifts back here. Tons of room. So 4, 5 lifts, no, 6. 6 lifts. And alignment racks, 7 bays plus a wash bay. Freaking amazing. I can't believe it's actually happened. This has been a dream of mine for, I don't know how many years. 20 years, 30 years. I dreamt about having a shop like this. I could have a few workers, have their own bays, set them up, have guys working for me while I work in the shop as well. I'm not the kind that like just, get some people in the shop and let them do everything while I sit in the office and twiddle my thumbs. Twiddle, sit there on a computer. No, I'm out here. I work. This is my box right here from home. If you guys probably recognize it. So yeah, I work out of this bay primarily. A lot of stuff. I've been using this as a tranny bench. Tear down, rebuild, do whatever. Transmissions, makes a big mess on this table. It's sealed up all the way around. I do have to do a couple of modifications to it. I want a front lip on it, and I've been squeegeeing tranny fluid into this bucket. I wish I had like a drain system that would go down in a single spout, but not quite yet. But it's working out pretty well. Monster compressor back here, dual head. This actually used to be a body shop, so they went through a ton of air. And that's actually not really needed anymore. I was actually thinking about maybe going with an 80 gallon in the corner or something later on, possibly. The air dryer was on the wall here, and it was actually seeping air just a little bit. And the compressor was kicking on like every hour, day and night, and running because of that slow leak in that dryer. So I pulled that off the wall and bypassed it. We've got 3 furnaces, one there, one on this side in the bay. No, we got 4. One over there and then one for the office up in front. 4 furnaces. Yeah, this is pretty big time for me. Yeah, let's go up, take a look at the office and stuff up here. before the battery goes dead in the GoPro, because it lasts like 12 seconds when it's not plugged in. Go through here. We got key rack, workers rack over here. You put all the orders stuff up here for the workers. This is, well, break room, I guess you could call it. You got microwave, fridge, stuff over there. Nice little room. Bathroom, gotta have a bathroom. And up in here, you got the office. Front waiting area, people come in. Seating. Got Ben sitting here, waiting for people. Yeah, working real hard. Look at them. Back office area, stuff, whatnot. And there. And, well, out front door. Yeah. That's name and stuff, whatnot. Big parking lot. And then that building next door, that's possibly in the works later on, but we'll talk about that later. Let's get after some stuff. Hey, yeah, I am just super stoked and, well, scared at the same time, because super big bills with a big shop like this. I mean, you got to be working constantly, or else you start going backwards in the red, they say. So we're gonna set you guys up here, I think, right here. Yeah, I'm gonna pull something in this bay here and get to work. Actually do something. Battery's dead on project. Interesting. I guess we'll have to wait just 1 second. Are we fitting? Oh, is it gonna fit between the lift? I can't see nothing. Are you guys watching? Is it fitting? Okay, that'll be good enough. What am I even doing? I don't even know what is going on. This is getting serious. What are we doing with this? Well, this here semi. It's Volvo something or other, X70 BD, something numbers. Pretty nice truck, actually. Guy got it at auction, and well, she's got a couple of issues like they typically do. As you saw when I was backing in, rear brakes locked up. There was some kind of hill assist. There's a light that comes on in the dash, and it's like hill assist. So I was coming up that little bump there, and it activates the brakes even though it's in gear. When you give it gas in the gear, it's supposed to like release, and it doesn't. So something's going on there, and this guy doesn't plan to like go trucking with this all across the country. He just wants it for like moving trailers around his property and things and whatnot. So we might find, or try to find, where that hill assist deal is and just unplug it. It'll be fixed. But the main reason why this is here is he wants to be able to pull his boat on a weekend, and well, you can see there's no hitch. So we got to get all this crap off the back here. That's here. And then weld on stuff. So first thing I gotta do is get rid of this thing. There's what? There's not even a head on that bolt. How do you get that out of there? There's no head and there's no nut. What in the hell, you guys? Oh, I can't get that in there. Wow, for frog snacks. How do First bolt off. Every time I drive my damn Volvo, they told the shit. You guys remember what that's from? You should. If you're car guys, you know what it is. You guys know anything about that backup stuff? The backup, or no, not the backup, the hill assist stuff. Let me know, like what am I doing? Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm here to fabricate. I ain't no semi-driver. I barely got this started and moved. I don't even know what's going on. Alright, let's just throw that up there for now. I don't know if we're going to reuse those or not. So these bolts up here have a hex on the top and a nut on the bottom. But then the bolts on the bottom, like there's nothing, it's round. It's round on the top, round on the bottom. But they're threaded. This is gonna be a bunch of hogwash. Oh, what? How? What's going on? There goes one. Alright, so I can show you guys, like, so there's the head of the bolt. Flat, round, like nothing there. And there's like the nut side of the bolt. Round, nothing there. No hex to drive on. I'm gonna try the thing that burns garages down. Yeah. Oh, that was easy. Wait, no, there it goes. Oh. I think that'll be good. There's like a little ring there yet, but like I said, I don't want to get too crazy into the frame. Huh. That was hot. Oh, those bolts. Oh, that bolt. Why are you just let it go. Let it go. We don't want this in here anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Oh, there. That was easy. I don't even know what you're complaining about. That was like, okay, no. Now I just throw a plate in there and weld it up and it should be all done. There's gravity in it. There's gravity. Gravity. This is 1/2 inch plate steel. Yeah. You got gravity. This is supposed to go right now. Oh, you cut it too short. Too long. Too wide? Dang it. Who the heck was the measurer of this stuff? So I didn't expect perfect easy fitment right off the bat, but there's just a couple of like easy measurements that should be easy here. Too tall, which that's not a big deal. Like you can do stuff there, but this one, like I can't. Which part do you notch? Do you notch the frame so this fits over a little bit, or do you notch this hole in here? Somebody's here. I gotta go work now. I'll be back. Executive decision. I think I'm gonna just notch the frame itself just a little bit, because we only need 3/8 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch. And then up here, I might have to notch the frame up here as well to accept a bigger plate, get it pushed back a little bit, because it should be flush with the back of the frame here. And actually, honestly, if you want the most strength out of a plate like this, you don't want this to be perfectly flush. You actually want to set it back in to this frame just a little bit so you can get a weld on the inside of that joint. You put a weld on just the face of this along an edge like that, and that is actually a weaker weld than if you get this set back a little bit and you actually do like a corner joint weld, like up in here. If you put it like right at the end and you do a weld on the very end out here, that's actually a weak weld, a weak joint. You set it back in. It doesn't have to be much, just a little bit, just a C hair, and you get a better weld in there, you know, welding. So hernia, now that song is stuck in my head. I need to measure, because I only need to notch like a little bit here. Well, or should I just wing it? Wing it. Wing it. Wing it. Wing it. I'm gonna wing it. We got a lot of material here, so it's easy to backfill if we mess up. This blade is shot for some reason. Weird. Why would it be shot? Fit. She fits now. I might just torch these. Just because the Sawzall just ain't cutting it. Was that a pun? That's punny. So yeah, just like that little lip right there. So then you get a T-weld in there. Butt joint? No, T-joint. T-joint weld. Corner weld? Corner joint. It's in there instead of just flat. So you're just welding across the top of that. You're not like actually, there's no weld in there. You weld in a corner, well then that weld is actually on the frame. So in order for this to pull out, it's got to go like through that weld instead of just cracking and then falling right off the back of the truck. It's much better if it's there. So I cut that with a torch and blind myself again. I can't believe there's no goggles around here. Just gonna tough it out. Don't do this at home. This isn't a how-to. This is a how not to. Can't see nothing's going on. Freaking cutting something. Does it fit? Oh my gosh, it's not getting lighter. Fit. It's pretty good. I just gotta do a little cleanup with a grinder I don't have. I'm gonna have to bring up a grinder. Or should I just buy a new one? But anywho, that'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Noise is over. Holy crap, that's way too long. Oh, I gotta cut that off. So this tube has got to go down inside of here in between frame rails, because the ball goes on here for hitching up the boat going to the lake. And well, you can see it's flush with the outside of the frame here. No, you can probably. And it's sticking out like 1/2 inch on this side, so that means basically a 1/2 inch of crap's gonna come off both sides to make it centered. Or does it matter? Should I just cut it off one side and just... Maybe they wouldn't even notice if it was off to one side like 1/2 inch. Would you notice? Now we're gonna leave all this for tomorrow, me. Always walk around making sure your bottles are off. I should be done with this, right? Maybe, I don't know. I know, it seems like I didn't do a lot today. Well, that's because you guys don't see, but I'm working in between like all this. I think the hard part's done. Yep. It's all easy from here on out, so. Okay, you guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Friday. Ooh, Friday. Friday fish fry. All right, see you guys later. Back on, or it's not the next day. No, this is a few days later now because stuff going on. I got everything all cleaned up. All the paint's ground off, rust is ground off. Got bare metal on the back of the frame here. We got bare metal ground down. Got the mill scale off of the plate. This is the tube. I don't think I mentioned this tube. This tube is for a 5th wheel or gooseneck hitch that's actually going to sit just ahead of this plate right here. And we cannot forget to get that tube in there before we put this plate on the back, because we won't be able to get it in because stuff here. I'm going to pull these bags out just so when we're welding back here we don't destroy these, because these are not cheap bags. And then what? Then you just push down on these and pull them out. How do you get up? How do you get them out? How do you just come out? There we go. Put the nuts back so you don't lose them. You don't want to be losing your nuts. That is just amazing. Like that, just those airbags are like the only thing that hold the whole semi up in the back end. All that weight. What do you mean it don't fit? It fits. Get in there. Get in there. Oh. It's a good fit. And you want to push this really far forward for now, because we want to be able to get in the back side here, get this entire plate completely welded all the way around. Weld everywhere. And then we're going to take that tube and push it back against that plate. Weld it across the plate, weld it to the frame on each side, weld on the bottom across the plate, so everything is locked in. That's plan stuff. I don't think it's got to be. And that goes in right there. Just like that. That brace was on the back here was hit. This rail has got just a ever so slight tweak to it. In, out, something. It's different than this side. I think I'm going to come back with it just a little bit. There's quite a bit of a lip sticking out here. We don't need that much for welding. Let me get to the edge of where I notched it out. Now I gotta go look around this shop for a welder, because I don't have my welders here. We gotta see what we got. All right, I found a welder. We got a strap-on 250 muscle welder. Oh yeah, muscles. So I did a couple of runs, still steaming, just trying to get something dialed in for this heavy material. Yeah, we want good hot heavy welds in here. And well, these are the only gloves I could find, and I don't know who has 2-inch fingers, but like, what? Come on. Vulcans. Important doing that. Somebody scratched that off. That's kind of weird. Nice spot. The ground right on the frame, right where we're working, not up on the ECU or on the tire or on the lift, nowhere else. Right on the work that we're working. I guess I'm just gonna throw a couple of strategic tacks all over just so it gets locked in so it can't move around when we're welding one side or the other. So where start? Where do? Right here? Right up in the corner. No, right up here. Right in this corner. No, right in the middle. Then we go through it. Okay. Ooh, she hot. That's hot. I did bevel the edges of the plate all the way around, and I beveled the edges of the tube. Something like this, it's not critical to bevel edges and get 100% penetration, because you have a lip here, so you just build up weld on top of weld. You don't have to like get 100% penetration, because you build up weld on the outside, and it's the same stuff. Actually, sometimes it's better because you're spreading out that weld on a bigger area of frame instead of just like right where it meets. Weld on top here. Oh, did I just move that? It'll be fine. I'm gonna run downhill because we got a decent gap in there. So I'm gonna get right in there. Give it just a tiny bit of a weave, I think, going downhill. Both sides are like that. You got that gap on the sides. I didn't cut the plate. That's just how it came. So I think we're gonna start out with those. I'm gonna just run a bead to fill up that gap, and then we'll go through and do like a full weld. So a bead to fill up that gap, and then do a full weld. And then go on the inside, full weld, inside, full weld. See what that does for us. Downhill, way on the inside here. And we might be running a little bit hot. We'll see. Oh, I'm sorry about the fan noise. This shop actually has like an exhaust fan to pull fumes out, so that's nice. That's probably good enough, right? Just like that. Shall we send it? All right, so we got like, I don't know if you guys can tell, got a weld right down inside of there. Fill up that gap on both sides. you see like it's not even protruding out past the plate. So we got penetration in there. Like I said, even though it doesn't matter, we got that inside gap filled up. Now we got a nice back to weld out, so we can start from here and just do one continuous weld all the way around. So I'm gonna push across here, come up in here, change my torch angle, go down, change torch angle again, and straight in on this one up to the corner here. Yeah, and then we're gonna do the same on the other side, and just weld stuff right out. Just weld her up, guy. Oh, just poking through that hole. And the same for this side. Okay, show you guys again. You see you got a nice one on that side. And then this side, well, it was nice, and then there was some junk in our corner, so I'm gonna have to grind that out. Come down here, and some junk was in that corner. I'm gonna have to grind that out, re-weld those corners, but otherwise, it's coming along. I can, well, I'm gonna fix that, and then I'm gonna weld around on the inside. That's gonna be harder. Overhead in the corners, then down, and rest is easy. That's hot. Yep. All right. I got everything all welded out. Both sides, insides, everything is welded out on the plate for the plate getting detached. Now I gotta pull this tube back against here. I think this is, it's like 3/8 inch thick tube, 4x4 I think it is. I'm gonna pull it back against this pretty warm plate all the way up to the top, all the way back. We're gonna be welding it across the entire plate, welding it out around on a frame rail on each side, and then underneath do that overhead that's gonna suck on the bottom of that tube. So let's get, uh-oh, she's stuck. Uh-oh. She ain't stuck. Uh-oh, she's stuck. So it goes all the way against this plate, all the way up, just like that. Little fingers. Oh, that just might do her. It was warm enough to shut the fan off and open the doors, so I got the doors open and the fan off. You can tell how much quieter it is. So we had a business meeting between me, myself, and he showed up too. And yeah, this is where it's gonna be. We're gonna tack it up, weld it out, all around the frame, down here, up there, back there, around there. Do our gussets that go top of the frame here, so that ties in this part of the frame with this back plate. Basically what you're doing is just spreading out this weld, this whole hitch, onto as much frame area as possible. Not the hitch. The hitch can take it. 1/2-inch plate, this tube, that's plenty to pull anything. What you're trying to do is tie in to as much of this frame and spread out that load into the frame. So we got a gusset for up here, and then we also got gussets for down below to the bottom of the frame. Oh, that was crap. What the heck? What the heckin'? Oh, did we make a... Yup. Made a bird's nest. I can tell by the way that it is. Because you pull the trigger and the wire don't come out. That means it's piling up inside of the welder. Let's go have a look. Underneath this cover. Yup. Look it. This is what they call a bird's nest. Stuff happens. So you gotta undo this. Pull this out a little bit. There's my snippers. Snipper off nice and clean. And then this is all piled up inside of the gun. What's going on? Oh my gosh, is it? Yeah, so she got welded right to the tip in the gun here. So we're gonna just snip her off right there. Throw that tip in the garbage. And now we should be able to pull this back through. Yeah. Pull that one out. What a waste of wire. Back this up just a little here. Get that wire feeding in that hole again. Yes. 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 Are you guys watching? There it is. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah. New tip. Contact tip. There. Adjust that so it's just below the surface here. And then I'm going to leave this alone until I get my exhaust job done. And then we'll come back to this. So I'll be right back. All right. So I got this tube tacked in a couple of spots. Finally, I'm going to weld it out, and we are going to continue on with this endeavor of stuff. So yeah, let's weld her. Yeah. Welded out. I did rosette plug welding just to fill in the holes. Anytime you have a hole in the frame, that obviously makes it weaker and you can get a tear out. So since that one was right there, I just plugged the weld out, and yeah, welded all the way across the top. Yep. Weld it all the way around on the frame on each side. Bottom side, you just saw me get cooked. Sparks falling on me everywhere. Got a bunch of holes in my sleeve from stuff. But you just tough it out and you just keep going. So, yeah, tube welded, well, 3 sides. I can't get the back side, obviously. What do you do? 3 sides, whole entire bottom, 3 sides. That, like John would say at that Farmcraft. No, yeah, Farmcraft 101 guy, John. That ain't going nowhere. We got some gussets to do. We got this one, but obviously there's a problem. It covers up our glory hole in the middle there. So we'll have to, I don't know, I think I'm gonna cut it, open up that center, and we'll just do like triangle gussets on the edges here. All right, so I measured, he's got his gooseneck here. The head of the gooseneck is 8 inches. So where this ball hitch is, it needs at least the minimum 8-inch circumference to clear the head of the gooseneck. I'm going to 10 inches, so I made a mark here at 5 this way, 5 this way, just so there's an extra inch of clearance around that gooseneck for these gussets that are going to the frame on each side here, because the gusset can't interfere or come within that circle. So we got clearance for, like I said, the head of the gooseneck. The point of a gusset on a situation like this, this hitch, this tube, this whole contraption back here is way beefier and way stronger than anything else on this truck. So you are not going to do anything to this hitch or this tube. This contraption right here, nothing's ever going to happen to it. The point of the gusset is to to spread out the forces of this hitch to as much frame as possible, because the frame is only a 1/4 inch thick. So like if this is going to tear out, if you left this right like this hitch would tear out the back section of this frame right here, because you're only tied into like what, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 whatever inches of frame here. This is super weak. The point of the gusset is to spread out this load into as much frame material as possible, so the forces of this hitch getting rocked around and banged around and pulled on and pushed on and everything gets spread out. So it's not just on a single small little point of the frame, it's on a much bigger area of the frame. So the gusset is going to come up to where the top of this peak is, where this bend is. We're going to go from there down here. So we're going to weld out down here and weld up the frame rail each side on the top, and then also we got gussets for the bottom to go into the frame as well. But we run into the airbags down there, so that's another one we got to take into consideration. And I got to figure out these airbags. Let's take a look at one. These airbags, is that too hot? No, maybe. When you inflate these, how big do they poof out? How big do they puff up? Well, starting to get a little weather checking on the bottom there. Because that gusset, the frame rail is right here, and we come off of this frame rail with that gusset on the bottom, it can't be rubbing against this bag. We're going to poke a hole in the bag. So we got to figure out how big this balloons out to know how far away to start with that gusset on the frame away from these bags. So that'll be another issue for maybe you got today. I don't know, we got to see how stuff goes. I got a list of stuff going on here in the shop. But yeah, let's try and get these cut out. Oh yeah, this is obviously, I think I already recorded this, but you can see like this is the gusset they want us to use, or this is the gusset that came with the kit. And you can see like what the problem is here. It covers up our hole, our glory hole. So we need to cut these. Well, maybe I don't know what I'll do here. Maybe I'll go in like that, or start from, no. We want as much strength out here as possible. Maybe I'll come in from out here and just cut down to there. something like that. I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right. Boy, I sure hope you guys can hear me over that fan, because I know it's loud. Got our gussets cut. Got all sides, edges, everything all ground down, cleaned up. Bottom side here, top. Really far away from where we're welding too, because welding along, you can pull stuff into the weld that's like really close to it. So you want a good at least inch cleaned up next to where you're welding. Even though we're doing a butt weld here, you want it clean. Everything clean. Welding is about being clean, just like paint, anything, prep. So this is gonna go right. We're gonna give her a gap, probably about 1/8 of an inch gap or so. Get down in there, just like that. Give her the 1/8 of an inch gap. And then I'm gonna do a tack in this corner here. Oh, I can't even see in there. How you gonna? Oh, it's just gonna be junk. So you can see like all those little pinholes in the weld, even after I ground the top off. See those little pinholes? That's a contamination. All right, I think I'm gonna go across here and up. No, I'm gonna go down and across. And we're already wrapped this corner, so we'll end right there off of that corner. That's plan. Stuff figured out. I got gusset plates welded in. I did first original pass, and then I did a pass next to it just to help stop, tire in good. So we're good there. I cut out the next gusset plates. They're not tying into as much frame as I would like, but we're kind of limited here because of the bags. The bags sit down right here and here, and they're huge, 11 inches, plus we need at least an inch for expansion on those bags. So we're back 6 inches here on this frame. These gussets are gonna go right somewhere, right there, somewhere, right, just like that. Yep, go down and they help brace up the bottom of this plate where the receiver is down here. And then also, again, tie into the frame. I don't think there's a good spot for me to put you guys so you can watch, but you know what's going on. I'm just holding them up there and bzz, 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 and then, yeah, they're there. Oh yeah, Firebird. Well, the final initial tuning is done on that car. We were running it this morning, got it all figured out. She's ready to leave. It's going to be leaving this next week, and then something else is coming. So I'm gonna try and get you guys more videos up here, but yeah, I got a lot going on, so it's hard doing stuff and videoing and whatnot with people coming in and vehicles, and I got to keep working, and I don't have, my help's not here today. Well, I got one guy up in the office for helping customers, but my other shop guy isn't here. I don't know, he like almost as bad as running out of gas on the weekend. Running out of wire. Dang it. Darn you, strap on. Well, I guess, I don't know. I'll see if I can get a roll of wire, continue on with this. But for now, I guess I would just, yep, okay. $125 later for some fortification wire. And we should be back in business here. Oh, careful, don't bird's nest. Sometimes they come through, other times they don't. There we go. Now we got her. Okay. Stuff is all welded out. This is she's welded to the frame. That ain't going nowhere. Now we gotta move on. So one of the things we have is receiver tube that goes in there, and then we got this thing that goes right there, and then we got a plug that goes right there, and a couple of airlines that go in. We're not worried about the airlines. That's just plug stuff in, and I honestly don't know where air is supposed to go because there's no outlet for airlines. But anyhow, they're there. We gotta figure out, I'll put a bolt in here, and we gotta figure out how far this is supposed to sit in and out of here so we can get a hitch in there. And then we gotta figure out how to gusset that all to this stuff. Yeah, it's the thread that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Okay, there. So that's where that sits, and there ain't no moving that. This, I mean, right there. Or should we have it inset a little bit? Because any receiver you stick in there, the ball's going to be way out here. Are you guys even looking? Well, I'm standing in here. So you have a receiver, the hitch. The thing that you slide in this is the receiver, right? Yeah, receiver and the hitch. So the hitch, usually the tube sticks out a little bit, and then the actual hitch starts, and then the ball is like way out here. So I don't think it matters too much like how far back this is set in, as long as you can get to the pin. And I don't think you want it sticking out too far, because the pintle, like, you never know how big that tube is on a trailer with a pintle. It's a round pintle, but then like the trailer, the tube could be like monster right here. So you don't want this to interfere with anything like that. I think we're gonna put it back somewhere like that. And then which side do you gusset? Do you gusset this side or the other side? Probably this side, because this is the side that's taking a weight, right? Right? Why are you guys just sitting there? Tell me something. You guys just sitting around watching me work all the time. This is the leftover I have of plate. I could see a gusset right here. Square that off. So then that would go up and, oh, that would be huge. If I like do a 90-degree right on that corner, that's a huge gusset. That'd probably be good. Maybe we'll do that. I'm just gonna make this a 90, and then that's gonna be however long this is here, that's how long we'll stick this out. I think that's what we're gonna go after. Yeah, math, science stuff. Okie dokie. Just like every other time, we got a big wide swath cleaned off, mill scale off. Got the mill scale all off of the spots that we're going to be welding on. Just shove her in there and kind of guess and weld her out. Where's the welder? I don't know if this is square either, because I used the box to like cut that off. We're going to say that's square, yeah? Okay, I'm going to give her a tack right here. Oh yeah, that is pretty square. Okay, that's a good square. We did it. We did it. That ain't going nowhere. Well, maybe it is. Let's get these frickin' gussets in. Now, they're not gonna fit. Because the corners, I gotta cut the corners off to clear the welds. Whee! Whee! Alright. We got notch for the weld. Clear the weld. Clears it. Clears it. Why that one there? That's okay. There's something to consider here. I didn't even consider. So we got pintle in here. If we got this here. No. I was worried about the pintle, the hitch on the trailer, that big round circle that comes out of there, if that was going to interfere with that. But no, that should clear just fine. Hurry up. Take it. Take it. Just trying to figure out where to put it, guy. Just calm down. It's gonna, yep, right there. Stand back, look at it. Yep. I think we're gonna say that's good. We are gonna say that's good. Yep, I already said it. Weld it out. Bzzzt, bzzzt, bzzzt. Man, this poor welder. I wonder if she has 100% duty cycle on her or not. Probably not. Oh, look it. Good times. Whee! This is fun time. Yep. Oh, contamination. Oh. So we got these big 20,000 pounder. I think that's kind of, yeah. I think we're doing 2 up here somewhere. 1 on each end. You guys are you even looking? You guys are never looking. Are you like staring at the ground now or something? So I think we're gonna do 2 up here. So you can pull right in line with the frame. That's gonna be the strongest point right there to pull on. And I think 2 down here for chains for trailers. Oh, this is gonna be awesome. First one's all about penetration. Second one is stacking on top of that. We'll do a weave. I think we'll do just one more on each one with a weave. All right, hitch is welded out. That thing looks pretty mean and solid. She is. It doesn't even, you know, something with metal is solid when it doesn't even make a sound. And you click on it, it's like a tank. So that is done. We got to get mud flaps on it, stuff, and figure out something for lights. I don't know what yet. Oh, you gotta get the bags back in, those airbags, get those back in, get the mud flaps on. Bags and flaps. How do I get these in with it being all weird now? How did I get it out? Can I push it down? Oh my gosh, it's hard to push down. All right, I gotta push it. Oh, there. Oh yeah, I didn't show you guys that gussets. Did I show you the gussets? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. Obviously, got the gussets up here, and then down there is where we got those lower gussets off the frame. Stuff. Welded. Everything is welded both sides. Yeah. So these mud flaps, they have a separate bracket, and then, well, the bar for the flaps sit in that bracket. So this is the part that he was talking about, just welding on. Huge flange on this nut. If I pull that through, and like I said, if I drill the hole or even two holes there, just little ones, and I pull that through and then weld through that hole, it would capture that nut, and then I would just fire it right in there, right? I mean, that's what I'm feeling. Well, there he is. How's it going?
Like a lot. I'll just weld the mud flap things on.
Well, that's what Al said, but I was like, nah, I can do something better than that.
You like the challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, are you recording?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's fine though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about editing, is you can like just cut stuff out. Alright, so here's the plan. I had this wire around the nut. Can you see the nut in there? Nope. So there's a nut in there. I'm going to pull it up against the plate here, and I'm going to try and weld in each one of these holes on each side to hold that nut in place. Hopefully this twerks. That one grabbed. Okay. And is it lined up? Okay, that's lined up good enough to get the bolt in. I have to either try and drill this out again. I'm blind. Seems pretty solid. Seems pretty solid. I wonder if I should drill like one more hole or even two other way now. Now that that nut is captured and it can't go anywhere, I can drill through the frame and actually drill like a little divot in the nut to get a nice clean base to like weld after. Flatten out the welds here. Perfect. We've got mud flaps, chip guards, rock guards, thingies. Those are both on. That worked out awesome. So I was thinking about these taillights, and I went looking, see what kind of stuff I can find to like throw on there. And then I had a thought. This original panel, well, it's got these housings. Well, these are plastic, which is kind of weird. They're just pop riveted on there to like protect the back of the light. But it's on this metal plate, and it's got a lip on both sides. And I'm thinking, I had a thought about just cutting both sides out and then taking those individual lights and just weld it right on that edge so that both sit at like an angle. Probably reverse light one on this side and a single tail light on that side. Yeah, I think so. Yep. So I went to cutting out the old taillight panels, and well, there was just too much rust. They didn't look bad. There was a little surface rust on them. I thought, oh, they'd be good underneath, and nope. I cut them out, and then all of a sudden there's just that one whole side. I forget, the one that had two lights, whatever side that was on, it just fell right apart. And I was like, well, dang it. So yeah, I went home and went on the CNC table, and this is some 3/16 plate that I cut out taillight panels for. So we're just gonna weld these on each side, and I need this babe back like last week. So we gotta get this done. We'll wait till we weld them on before we make sure the lights fit. Yeah. Oh, somebody, can you give me I need welder, the gun. No? Okay. Oh, I'll get it. Don't worry. What is that? Oh, I think I want them as far up this way as possible, just so they ain't dragging in anything on the bottom as much as least or something. I don't know. It's right there. Ooh. Oh, hot. Thing's already burning me. Just go. Do I weld the whole thing? It's just a taillight bracket. We'll see how burnt I get here. Yep. That ain't going nowhere. And I did put both holes on both sides, even though we only got one tail light on each side and only one reverse light. So I figured, well, maybe in the future somebody will want something. Found some self-etching primer in the dumpster. You could tell the ball was getting stuck on the stuff on the bottom. So a mistake that's often made with painting is people want to just like start painting right in the middle, just the big part. No. You start with the hard to reach places first, so you can like reach over the top, get underneath, get inside. You start with the hard spots first, get all those coated, and then come back through and finish off the easy to get to places. Then you're not leaning over the top of wet paint, trying to get in like this. I think we're getting something, I don't know. Wow, starting to run out. Right now, after that kind of dries, we're just going after some, well, this is the only black I could find. It's gloss black. It's either this or some VHT engine enamel, and he says it doesn't matter, just get some color on it. Now what? Is that good enough? Man, look at us reacting with that primer everywhere. So this stuff is different. What's the chances this gets along with that stuff? Oh, not good at all. Huh. Well, I guess we'll just wait for this to dry really good, and then we'll finish it off with this later and just orange peel this whole thing, like all up here. That's all just horrible orange peel. Oh well. All right, it's day, I don't know what, on finishing this up. I just put on another coat a little while ago. I'm gonna start putting stuff on while the paint's still wet, because, well, I need this bay in like an hour, so we gotta get after some stuff. I'm gonna wait on the lights, because that takes a lot of like squishing and sticking and doing stuff and everything. I'm gonna get pintle on and maybe that socket for the trailer plug. I got this pintle. This is supposed to fit right in here, like that. Black washer and knot, and we're just gonna go ugga-dugga tight on these, I think. Nope. Then we have a couple of these bulkhead fittings for air pass through, which there's no air back here, and I don't think he has plans to hook it up, but they came with the kit, so I guess we'll throw them on there in case someday somebody's like, hey, let's put some airline fittings on here. Yeah. And my big ball, that's the main guy of the whole thing here. She's got a big old nut. Oh, and I think I put that frickin', dang it. This thing is in a way for me to get up that tube and put that nut on. Son of a nuts. 1 13/16. This is a 3/4 inch drive. Hopefully that. Of course it doesn't fit up in the hole. How the frick are you supposed to tighten that nut? Oh, you jackholes. And that's a pretty thin socket already. Gonna try and hog out the hole a little bit that I can't see, can get to very well. If you work with metal, you gotta have tweezers in your box. It's getting caught in this little lip. Should I go on a lathe and turn that down? Maybe. I think so. Yep. I'm going to sacrifice this lip. I don't know. I mean, it gives you grip for like cranking. But other than that, I don't see any reason for this lip here. I'm going to go on a lathe and turn that lip off. It's just a little knurled lip. Kind of sucks. These are nice Williams sockets, but I hate doing that to nice tools, but it's not like a huge change to it. The butt of the ratchet is actually hitting the rear end, the pumpkin of the truck. There, now we can do. Oh yeah. I think there's supposed to be like 4,000 foot-pounds on this thing. Okay. Done. Now we can put this back in. Paint is dry now-ish. since we're all standing here, might as well see if these fit. I didn't check these either. Just assumed everything was fine. Actually says top on there. I think we're gonna put the reverse light on this side. What's this one? This is the reverse light. Okay. How do you get that in there? It's probably a trick. Oh, does it go in from the backside? Ouch. Well, make sure you're going in the right way if you're going to go in. Yep. Go in from the backside. Okay. Hey, what's up? What? Oh, telephone time. Now on to the fun part. This is the original plug that was on the taillights. I'm hoping these down here will reach, and I think they will. So all I have to do is extend, maybe that one over, and then splice off of here somewhere for the trailer lights. All right, so ground. Will this ground? Maybe. Which ones are the lights? That one. Black. I think black is lights. Where's the other one? Yeah, so it'd be this one. Yep, black. Black is lights. I'm assuming white is ground then. See which side is the blinkers. Stuff is clicking everywhere. That's just lights. So this one. So lights, blinker, must be ground. White is ground, yellow is blinker for left. So yeah, it was backup light on that side before, so we're gonna have to like move stuff around. But anywho's, this is this side here. Now we know stuff, and that's pretty much all we need to know. This one with the yellow wire is left, and then that means this one with green wire is right. Yeah, I'm gonna snip them here, and then we'll just extend them out and go wherever we need to go with stuff. I don't know if you guys want to watch wiring or not. It's pretty boring stuff. All right, there we go. It's all wired up. Lights are in. We got a hitch on, or actually we got to move a trailer, so we had to get that in a hurry. Stuck in there. We got a bolt in there for now. Just don't tell anybody. My son Clay helped with the wiring. He got stuff all taped up, wired in. It's not beautiful, but it's in there. It's all wrapped, covered, zip tied up. Should hold up pretty well. So there we go. Reverse light does work. Promise you. I think. We haven't tried it yet. There it is. Thanks for watching, everybody. There'll be more. It's gonna take a little time. got stuff going on, so videos aren't going to be as, what do you call it?
Often.
Yeah, often. Thanks. So yeah, videos won't be as often, but we'll be doing them. So yeah, everybody have a good morning, evening, night, whenever you guys are watching this. And till the next one.